it a scam? Nobody really cares. We can tell you the only one that ain't prepared. Oh yes, I'ma be a millionaire. 5, a couple trillion shares. Oh no, I ain't getting wrecked again. Richard Hart, he got us set to win. We're a family, we all the best of friends. We ain't a cult, man, just call us Mexicans. ICOs, pump and dumps, they always try to take you. Buy low, sell high, I'm tired of your fake news. You need a token, you broken, you...
There's so many scams, I have to change.
There you go. Bang, bang. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Vets in Crypto. It's your boy, Vets. And we have the man of the hour, Mr. Randy Hilarski. How are you doing?
Good evening, brother. Good evening. I got to count down a little over an hour and a half or so. We're launching Voodoo Balls tonight. Live.
Shit, that's happening.
Yeah.
Some voodoo magic, baby. Yeah.
I can't believe I partnered up with Nagaball on something. Holy shit. Now we got Voodoo Balls.
You know, ask and you shall receive, you know.
Nothing like a hairy sack for a logo.
Oh, man. That is awesome. And that's courtesy of 9inch, right? 9inch.io is launching it on there, correct?
Yeah, we're launching there. We're using their launch pad. And the guys at Neo for T-Shares, those guys, they're going to help with the actual launch. They're going to launch on 9inch, PLSX, and I think 9mm Pro all at the same time. So, you know,
is that part of the reason? Yeah, they're running a script, a touch-up contract.
They're running all at the same time, but not. Right. You know, 9inch is one of the places where it's launching. I don't know if they're actually using the launch pad itself, but you know, they're going to handle it. I don't have to handle it. All I did was I gave them money to help with the launch, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, we'll dive into that. I think maybe our guest that's standing by here may eventually want to learn a little more on the crypto world and what maybe true decentralized finance is. So we're excited about that. But without further ado, we're going to welcome Mr. Jameel. How do you pronounce your last name?
Matten.
Yep. All right. Yep. So we got a former fellow Devil Dog in the house. So hoorah. Good to have you. Welcome to the show with our Navy fellow veteran, Randy Hilarski. So we got you outnumbered today, but that's okay.
Yeah, great to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah. Thank you for popping in. You know, I stumbled across you just being in the veteran neighborhood and stuff, and came across Fall In, your ex profile. And you know, it's just amazing. You know, you repost or make a comment here or there, and one thing leads to another, and you go down a wormhole, and like, oh man, these are like-minded individuals. There's some synergies here. All that good stuff. It was an added bonus that you just happen to be a Marine as well. So you know, we'll take the wins as they come across. But
yeah, same here. As I was like, as I came across Vets in Crypto, I was like the same exact sentiment. So it's awesome that we have this overlap.
Yeah, for sure. And then what caught my attention was the upcoming 2024 hackathon. And on the crypto side, you know, we have a lot of smart people on this side of the house that are former or existing, you know, IT professionals, you know, just you name it, in one profession or another. I don't want to group them together as IT people by any means. They're professionals in their own rights as well. But so if you would, just give us a little background. We always like to hear about the person, such as yourself, your history, when you got in, whatever details you'd like to share about your experience in the military, and where you are today, and what you got going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I got into the Marine Corps in 2007 and did 5 years and got out in 2012 and did a few different deployments. First one was to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. If you've seen A Few Good Men, that's kind of where that movie was based out of. And doing a lot of standing posts for several hours a day and several hours a night. So nothing too crazy there, but I was really fortunate to be with the platoon that I was with down in Gitmo. And so after that, so I was part of a team called Fast Company, Fleet Anti-Terrorism Security Team. And we did the Europe package. So we deployed out to Rota, Spain. And then from there, we punched out to different countries like Israel and other places like that. So after I was done with Fast Company, went to a line battalion, 1st Battalion, 1st Marines down in Camp Horno. And we did a MEU out there and hit up a bunch of different ports and different countries for different training exercises and things like that.
You remember what your MEU number was?
I think it was the 13th MEU. I think we had called it the Westpac or something like that. This is in 2012, so my memory is kind of fading away. But we hit up Australia, Thailand, Dubai, other places as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm in Santa Monica right now, and I visit the beach, and every time I look at the sea, it brings back memories of being on ship and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, great time on the MEU. I was an infantry guy, so infantrymen really don't have a day-to-day task on ship, right? And so you're kind of either training or working out or leveling up on your knowledge and stuff like that. I consider myself lucky. I kind of got voluntold to work for the company first sergeant, and it was amazing because it was like a 9-to-5 job type thing on ship, and it just made everything go by so quick. I just wasn't rotting away inside the squad bay type thing. I was actually,
that helps a lot around. Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah. So so after I got out, I went to college. I went to San Diego State University, majored in international security and conflict resolution, and I'm doing something totally different from what I studied. So
man, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes. Yeah, exactly. So these days I work in tech. I work for a podcast company actually called Zencaster, where we're the market leader in podcast creation. Some of your favorite podcasters that you may listen to potentially record with us. So I work there, and then on the side, I run these online hackathons in the metaverse for veterans. This is for veterans breaking into tech, or coming out of a coding boot camp, or doing a career change into the tech sector. Hackathons are a great way to kind of add value to your resume. You get more practice with collaboration, and it's like an intense 3-day sort of competition where you're trying to build something based on the hackathon theme, and it's been a blast. We started during COVID, and it kind of blossomed into something that's truly evergreen, in my opinion. We've had some really great keynote speakers, ranging from a Medal of Honor recipient, Florent Groberg, to the co-founder of Twitch, Kevin Lin. We've had directors from the VA. We've had ex-CIA agents like Andrew Bustamante.
Wow.
This year, we have a retired Marine general that's going to be speaking. We're sponsored by Uber. And the theme for this year's hackathon is around space and defense. So, Yeah, I encourage anyone to check us out. Just Google VETS Hackathon and you'll see Fall In kind of bubbled up at the top. But yeah, that's a little bit about me and kind of what I'm up to these days.
Yeah. So if you would in the private chat, drop the spatial or whatever, I forget the name of it, that you use for everybody to pop in. I'm going to pull up your website here and share that with the kids at home here. And
so I just posted the info page, and then let me actually drop the actual metaverse environment as well.
Okay.
But yeah.
And then if it's easier, you feel free, if you want to share and take us through, I can remove this, then you can talk through it a little easier, perhaps. If that works.
Yeah.
Just right at the bottom.
So, share what? I'm sorry.
So right at the bottom, just click share screen, and then just highlight whatever tab you want on that regard. So I'll stop.
Let me get that going.
Yeah, while you're cooking that up, we're gonna say hi to the chat real quick. What's up, you crazy animals? Yeah, good to see everybody, man. Everyone rolling through. What's up, AJ? Our mad driver on the road, you know. Danny Ortiz, good to see you. How are you? We got some Meme World, some Macho, some Swift, Uzi, Executioner, Korean Investor.
I think I might have to boot Meme World. He's being a little bit of an asshole. Apparently he thinks that we're only here about talking about crypto. This is a Veterans in Crypto podcast or talk, and we talk to people who are not necessarily in crypto. So shut the fuck up or get out.
There you go. I mean, hey, you guys are not all mods for nothing. So if you can correct the peeps in the chat, otherwise put them in a timeout. Do what you got to do, man. You're trusted. You're a mod. You're trusted, right? Handle business. So Eskimo Spider, believe in yourself. Good to see you guys. Crypto Compassion, Julie Thomas, another devil dog right there. Good to see you. Yeah. All right, so back to our regular programming here. We're gonna pop you in here. Damn, that's pretty cool, man.
Nazi.
What are we looking at?
Yeah, so this is the spatial, spatial technology platform that we uses. I say the word spatial because it actually uses spatial technology, and what that means is like somebody near your space. What I mean by your space, here I am right here, and if there was somebody else near me, I could hear them really, really well. And then if somebody was like further away, it'd be harder to hear them, just like in real life. So that's what I mean by spatial technology. I do have the option to have my voice kind of get carried over to the entire platform as well. But so this is like the metaverse environment that we like to use. As you can see, you can walk around, you can actually sit down as well. And you can share your screen. I'm actually sharing my screen right now, and you can actually zoom in on the actual screen that's being shared. And it's like a glorified Zoom call. You can share your screen, share your webcam, all that sort of stuff. There's like private audio zones as well. You can step into and have private conversations. We have an AI bot that we trained with Fall In data. So let me take away that. Yeah. So you can chat with our AI bot, learn more about like the speakers and the schedule, stuff like that. But yeah, on game day, May 17th, you'll see all these, like the bleachers are going to be filled up with a bunch of different veterans, guest speakers and things like that. But yeah, in a nutshell, this is where we kind of meet and compete.
That is very cool. And yeah, I like that a lot. That is super cool. And then, so somebody that's presenting is going to show up on the screen like you're doing there.
Exactly. Yep. And so you can actually not just share your screen, you can share your webcam as well. And then, basically just have like an online, a really rich online event instead of like a boring like Zoom call, for example. So
interactive. I like it very much so.
Yeah.
And like you're saying, like you see somebody else like in the audience, you can just start talking and having your own private conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. You can step into a private audio zone or unmute yourself and talk to people that are closer to you so they can actually hear you. People that are on the other side of the room, they're not going to be able to hear you again because it's using spatial technology. And so, it works really well with a bunch of different people in the environment. The private audio zones help a lot. If you step into something like that, again, no one's going to be able to hear you. You're not going to be able to hear anyone else besides whoever's inside that private audio zone. And we've done a bunch of these hackathons now. Like I said, we started in the middle of COVID, and it's gained a lot of traction, and I don't see us kind of slowing down anytime soon.
Yeah, it sounds like it's just been picking up. So what kind of numbers participant-wise are you up to?
Yeah, I mean, we have like around 500 people in our community. We get a little over 100 signups per hackathon. And this upcoming hackathon in May, we have, I think, 5 or 6 different teams, and each team has like 6 or 7 different people in each team. So I also should mention that our theme for this year is around space and defense. So that's why you can kind of see like some of the space sort of scenario that we're in. We got some rocket videos in the background, but got a bunch of teams lined up. They're right now starting to brainstorm what to build, who's going to be in charge of what. People are starting to delegate different things. So
is there a registration period? Is it closed, or can more groups join? And like,
totally. So people can join up to the first day of the event. So it's 3 weeks away. May 17th is when it starts. You can join, you can sign up to that point. If you sign up on like a Saturday, I think teams are still going to be heads down, but you can still sign in on Saturday. No guarantees that you'll actually be part of a team, but you can still join and check out the workshops and speakers, stuff like that. We've got a bunch of different workshops that I should mention. A bunch of different like AI. Yeah, a bunch of like AI topics and workshops around that. We have like a jobs, tactics, and strategies workshop for folks that are breaking into tech. And a bunch of different speakers lined up. We have like a retired Marine general that's coming. We have active duty Space Force people that's joining and presenting and talking about the Space Force as well.
Wow.
And like, I don't know, I never thought I'd meet actual Space Force people, and so here they are attending the event. But yeah, it's going to be a blast, man.
Yeah, it's very impressive, man. I mean, and like, you're not paying these people; they're just coming off the premise of the good stuff that you're putting forward, and volunteering their time to talk and share.
Yeah, absolutely. The speakers are all coming in because they want to talk and engage with veterans. We are sponsored by brands such as Uber. We have other tech brands that are involved that are coming in doing AI demos such as Replit. But yeah, it's free for anyone to sign up, free for veterans. We take non-veterans as well. So if you're looking to compete, you're more than welcome to join. You just need one veteran in your team. But it's been pretty gnarly. I mean, we've had like our last year's hackathon. It was around veterans' mental health, and one of the team had introduced AI into their project, and I think they turned that hackathon project into an actual company that's making like a few $1,000s a month now. So
hell yeah, that's what it's about. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty rewarding and challenging experience for sure.
Yeah.
And this year, you got all the operatives in the background, the recruiters of the 3-letter agencies, just frothing. What are we gonna find here? Oh, let's hire them.
Exactly. Yeah. You never know who's going to show up. I mean, I think we have like a large percentage of our veterans come in that are senior engineers and seasoned professionals. So I think any company would be lucky to have them, and yeah, get a lot of interest from agencies and companies looking to hire talent, and this is the place to come in and scout.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're getting people from all over the world. That's the beautiful thing about this being a virtual hackathon. So just right.
Yep.
They don't have to fly in or have overhead or expenses. I think that's really clever. And like you said, all this came about because of COVID, more or less, and just you found a solution, a means to an end to keep things going.
Yeah, I think what I was doing was, as I was mentoring veterans, like one-on-one, helping them with advice and just tips on how to break into tech, because I've been in tech by that time for a few years now, and just telling them how you got to put yourself out there, you got to build projects, you got to continue to develop your skills, go to hackathons and collaborate and kind of level up that way as well. And a lot of them were coming back to me saying, like, it's COVID season right now, there's no hackathons happening. Mm-hmm. And that's when I was like, all right, screw it, I'm going to figure this out. And to my knowledge, I can't find any other hackathon organizations that are doing hackathons like we are in the metaverse. So yeah, it's awesome that anyone from anywhere around the world can attend. We've had forward deployed service members attend as well.
That's so cool. Yeah. That's very cool. Let's see here. If to help with your video, if you want to drop down your screen, I'll pop up your main website here. Try and help out with some bandwidth here.
Yeah.
And if you want to take us through the website here, just tell me where to go.
See a couple people.
Yeah.
So the individual on the left, John D, he had an amazing transition. He was an actual Army officer, transitioned out. I think he went to Harvard Law School, dropped out of that, and went to a coding boot camp. And I think his first big role in tech was working for a company called Snapchat. And then from there, he worked at Google. Wow. He worked at YouTube, Google's YouTube, and then a defense company. And I think now he's got his own startup. David Wayne on the right, he's a seasoned engineer working at a tech startup called Curry, and really close friends with me. He was actually my former roommate at one point. And if you keep scrolling down, it might be worth clicking on the piece of text that says Uber. Yep. So if you click on that, you can actually see what Uber's promoting with their MVP program, which is their Military Veterans and Partners program. So feel free to share that as well.
Okay. Yeah. Let me get that. Copy that link directly here. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, you gotta take care of the sponsors, man. You gotta take care of those that take care of you. So here's to you, Uber.
Absolutely.
He's doing the thing. Yeah. So here we'll share this tab. Military Veteran and Partner Program. Boom, boom, boom. So their MVP program offers global opportunities for the armed forces community as you begin the next chapter in your journey, no matter where you served or supported someone who has served.
Oh, wow. I can start driving Uber here in Panama. Yay.
Yeah, good stuff. Peeps, look into it. They got New student, graduate program, intern. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a lot of different cool sort of functionality in their in this program here. So we definitely invite anyone who's interested in learning more about Uber to check out this MVP component that they have.
Yep. No, that was
You know,
great.
it's like when I was getting out in 2012, I had no idea like bigger companies like Uber, you know, was doing stuff like that, and like it just adds like a layer of comfort knowing that okay, if you know maybe I can get connected with bigger companies because they have this military veteran arm. So yeah.
It's always nice, warm, and fuzzy when you know they're paying it forward, right? So
Absolutely, man.
There was nothing like this when I got out in '99, man.
yeah, no. Fuck. It was 2000. They thought it was all gonna shut down. You know, like,
Yeah.
everything's rolling over. Oh my god. You know, like, what are you gonna do?
We're so old.
Oh shit, we're dating ourselves. Huh? But should I click gallery? Scroll down. Virtual attendance. Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Yeah, feel free to check out the gallery as well, which is pretty cool. As you're scrolling down, it'll probably just open up a new tab. And yeah, man, like you're right. Like none of this stuff was available like several years ago. And I think as tech progresses and the industry as a whole just kind of advances, there needs to be more options for transitioning vets, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think the transition can get, you know, you don't want to add to the challenge that's already.
The hardest thing for me was you go from sucking on the tit, right, to to just being 100% on your own, and it was hard. 10 years of my life was just trying to figure out how to get on my feet.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm still transitioning, and it's been over 10 years. But, yeah, man, I think once you're in something that's pretty tight knit and intense, it can have a hold on you, and just going from one system to another system can create a system shock, and it's definitely not a walk in the park just to go from two different systems. So, yeah.
And you guys remember the little class they give you on your last couple days? I can't remember what it was called. Taps class.
Yeah.
It was
Taps and Tamps. Yeah.
Yes.
I did mine on ship.
Wow. Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a throwback. Holy shit. Oh god.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, and I think it's like what, a couple days, and you're just like all this information is just kind of crammed.
Yeah, thrown at you.
You know, and you know, when I got out, I didn't even know I had veteran benefits. Like I actually
really
found out when I mean, maybe it's my fault, but I don't know. But I had no idea. Like I don't think anyone told me as I was getting out, but the way I found out was I had an injury. I broke my ankle skateboarding, and my friends were like, "You got to go to a hospital." And I was like, "I don't really belong to a hospital."
Right.
They were like, "Go to the VA."
I got nothing.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. I don't have the paperwork set up for that. And that's how I found out. Like, you can just, if you're a veteran, and I think if you have an honorable discharge, you can just register on the spot and get care from any like VA facility. So, I mean, just goes to show maybe I wasn't paying attention in the TAMPS class, whatever. But there's a lot of information that's out there that I think if they produced a higher quality transition program, it would have definitely helped people like me.
Yeah,
so
definitely. Yeah, and we'll circle back on that. And obviously, you know, some new stuff has opened up with the PACT Act. If you're in, you know, overseas, burning pits, burning shit, burning trash, inhaling, you got respiratory issues, like you basically jump on the va.gov site and fill out a claim and get at least file your intent to start your time, and then no matter how long it takes, 6 months down the road, if you get approved on your claim, you'll get that back pay from when you originally, started your initial intent to file a disability. So, step one is just file your intent to submit a claim, and then that gets the clock ticking from however long it takes for an outcome to be determined. So
I did my hearing loss one in like 2004. Could you imagine if I actually went and pursued it?
Oh wow,
that'd be a pretty nice paycheck.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you want to take us through this here? So you have an agenda here, hackathons for veterans, by veterans. What do you got going on here?
Yeah, so wanted to make it as easy as possible, like low friction for anyone to kind of come in and join. I think if you're in the military, especially like a ground MOS, you might not have heard of hackathons. And so I'm trying to translate what a hackathon is, where you're basically just solving a problem within 3 days. So, understand what that problem is, and you can solve for that problem technically or through design, or, something like a combination of those two. But, understand the problem. So for this upcoming May hackathon, it's around space. So you can imagine a problem could be, there's a bunch of like space debris that we don't have a lot of visibility on. So why not create like a web UI around that so we can track that better? And you can just design it using design tools like Figma or what have you. And then you can basically are in a race to compete to build your solution to present in front of a panel of judges. And so I just made 3 steps here. You got to understand what the problem is, start working on that problem, and then compete on day 3 once you build a prototype.
Okay. And that's literally how the days are broken out, 1, 2, 3, respectively.
Yeah, pretty much. Day 1, it's kind of like an introduction. You're understanding what the problem is. And then by the end of day 1, you're probably heads down coding. Same thing with day 2, you're probably heads down coding. And then day 3, you present what you've built or designed. So yeah, that's a good archetype for it. And then if you click on the drop down arrow where it says check-in starts, or even where it says General Leonard, there's some more data there as well. So
Gotcha.
Our keynote's going to be a retired Marine general who coincidentally was, I think, like the commandant of Guantanamo Bay, I think is what they call it, or use like the commanding general at Guantanamo Bay at one point.
Probably commanding general. Yeah.
Yeah, probably commanding general. Yeah. I know some installations have like commandants, so
really,
I'm not sure exactly. Yeah. He probably knows previous commandants of the Marine Corps or the current one, but pretty honored to have him on board. He's going to be talking about different topics, like ranging from, leadership in today's military and, tactics and strategies around transitioning. He's really well versed in like veterans benefits and stuff like that. And so, he'll be attending. And then you could even click on view full agenda. That'll take you to what's happening all 3 days. I love the Marine Corps background, which is really motivating. If you can see, like, so some of the colors, that we use for Fall In, I think we're inspired by like no shit Marine Corps colors. But this goes more in depth into what is actually happening. And then day 2 is like speaker heavy. We have Jonathan Hansing, who's going to be talking about like data and AI. So if you scroll down a little bit lower, you can actually click on that drop down arrow on the left and have more information out.
Good.
Yep.
Good job.
Yeah.
Nice.
So data and AI, really like heavy focus on AI, just because it seems like, AI is eating up the world right now. Like every week I hear like this groundbreaking news around something that deals with AI.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of want to be at the forefront of that. Sabo Knott, he's got an AI workshop. He's gonna be talking about his company called Pieces.org, or I'm sorry, Pieces.app, which is a developer's tool to make their lives a lot easier as they're building things out. And then super excited about that talk. And then I'll be covering job tactics and strategies, basically best practices, what I've learned and found that works well in a market that's like, pretty tight and can be considered saturated. So I'll be talking about how to like apply through the back door as well as the front door to increase your chances. So
I like that.
Stuff like that. Yeah. And then day 3, we got announcements, and then we got our speaker from Uber, Michael Pett, who is in charge of MVP. He's the head of the MVP programs that we were just checking out. So he's got a great talk on Sunday. He's a veteran himself, which is pretty rad. He can relate to all the other veterans that join. He's doing some kick-ass stuff at Uber. We have a live DJ that's attending as well. So
you're just hitting it on all fronts, brother. Nice, nice.
Yeah,
good.
It's an online event, so you gotta like
entertain.
Think of creative ways. Yeah, exactly. And then our judges, Adriana and Jeffrey. Adriana's been like a champion at our VETS Hackathons, and she's our repeat judge. She's a senior engineer, Army veteran. And Jeffrey's a Marine Corps veteran who I think worked at Microsoft at one point and now is part of a startup. And so these guys are pretty professional, pretty like seasoned in their field.
Yeah.
Live DJ session. You can even check out his Instagram if you'd like. Always down to promote our DJ. He's like a family friend of mine.
Nice. DJ Lord Isaac. Nice.
Yeah. And then, results and awards. You might want to share the Starship lighter that we're giving away for the first place team leader prize. So, again, this is a competition, right? So, let me share a video that you can. We can share on the live stream here, and I'll post the video in the chat.
So if you guys got any questions, please pipe in, get them in now. We'll probably segue over to a little bit some crypto talk here in a minute after we wrap this segment up. Obviously Voodoo Balls is about to drop here soon. Let's see.
I'll put the link in the. I have the link.
Yep. Can you guys hear the audio?
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, people are asking about there's a big launch tonight on Pulse chain called Voodoo Balls. Our boy Nagabo, he's crazy as shit, but he's slicing and dicing and he's launching.
Yeah, I'd love to learn more about that.
Sure.
Yeah. So who's this guy?
So this is the prize that we're giving away. It's the Starship Torch. So that's what he's messing around with.
That's really cool.
So
that's really freaking cool. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're giving away some cool prizes like a Starship lighter, we're giving away some like Bluetooth speakers. But yeah, again, trying to make it as rich as possible for the attendees that join. So
yeah, man. You're doing pretty damn good because you're basically a one-man show, right?
One-man show. Yeah, trying to juggle. It's good. I'm learning a lot. Like I said, I feel like I'm still transitioning out of the Marine Corps, and this is like my next chapter on how I'm doing it, learning about business and tech and things around that. But I'd love to learn more about crypto. I see this, like, we have this voodoo ball, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah.
I'd love to learn.
Voodoo balls.
So I guess, yeah. So go ahead, Randy. Speak on that
So
aspect.
Voodoo balls was started by a gentleman named Nagabo. Nagabo has been hanging out in our community now for about 4 years. He came from the XRP world, which was another crypto community that went back to 2016, I believe. Naga's an older guy, but he does not put up with any bullshit. He's funny as hell. He one of his terms is jackpot, bitch. He wants continued gratification. He's from New Orleans, so when he talks, he just cracks me up. And I recently had a launch, a token called SolidX that I partnered up with my friend from Malta, and it did crazy numbers. And Naga, he made a video asking me to join him to help him launch his token because we did so well. He said he wanted continuous jackpots for his people. So he brought me on. I gave him about 20 grand worth of liquidity to help him launch his token. And I'm going to be providing more on my end to help give support to the price of the token. So launching tonight, it's been about 3 weeks in the works, and we're working with a team out of the UK called Tetra Labs, and just fun times. And the logo for it is Harry Balzac. So
Nice.
Does he have a website? Is there a website?
There is. It'll be launched tonight. It's all part of what Tetra Labs is.
All right.
I love the comments coming in.
No sneak peek on that? On the
sneak peeks in 1 hour and 15 minutes.
I gotta try, bro. A brother's gotta try, Get the hot scoop. You heard it here first.
Look at this little spider. I'm not afraid of hairy balls. Yeah, the last video he made, he did a I have a dream speech, like he was Martin Luther King. He's like, I have a dream, bitch. He's like,
we should always play it. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Jameel, in crypto, it's like a subculture, and we have our own terms. We have our own live streams where people come on, and a lot of times it could take a good year to catch up to understand what we're talking about. And then you got to learn the tech on top of it, which is constantly shifting and changing. I've been doing this since 14, I think it is. Yeah, January 2014 is when I bought my first Bitcoins. That's
nice.
Not too long after that. But yeah, we've all done very well and made a lot of money. And now we help other people. We help them get off their feet. And
would you consider that time period like the gold? I heard like 2014, 2015, sort of 2014 to 2016 era was like a golden time to get into crypto, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yeah. But I'd love to know from your end, do you think is that true? Is that like the golden?
Yeah, my first Bitcoins cost me $400. Now they're 62,000. My first Ethereum, I had a whole bunch of Ethereum. They're about $7 each is what I paid. I didn't get to participate in the ICO, but now they're $3,200, $3,300 each. But we also were part of Hex, and Hex came in at hundreds of thousands of a penny, and it went all the way up to 56 cents. So that blows away both Bitcoin and Ethereum as far as gains in that amount of time. The first 2 years, it did a 10,000x. So $1 would have turned into 10,000. And a lot of us were able to take advantage of that. Will's in the house. He's got his pirate hat on. He's got to change up his costume. so
yeah, thumbs up when you're ready there, Will.
So we don't make a money. And nowadays, what we've learned here in our PulseGen ecosystem is that you don't have to make money just via owning a token and holding it until the price goes up and selling it. You can make money being a liquidity provider. And that is, you are the bank. People are buying and selling using your money, and you make fees. And I mean, personally, geez, I would say I make about $8,000 to $9,000 a month being a liquidity provider. And that, and I'm a small guy. I'm not big by any means in the crypto world. There's people that have much more millions than I have in liquidity. I know people that are making $100,000 a day, and they're our friends. They're friends with Vets and I. The people that we talk to on a regular basis. So you get in. It might take you a little while to get going, but this is a bull cycle. And if anybody's out there who's looking to get into crypto, this is the time that you get in. You don't wait until a year from now when Bitcoin's 200K or 150K or whatever it's going to be. You get in now. The prices are still cheap, even if it's only a couple $1,000s. Get in the right stuff. If anybody has questions, talk to Vets, and he might guide you around the block and get you in the right projects. And Jameel, if you do open up a wallet, I'm happy to seed your wallet with some tokens with a bunch of projects. Just have them set you up.
I was going to say, what are some of the coins that you would recommend checking out now that we're in a bull market?
Pulse X, because they're both still down. They haven't taken off yet into this market. They're below where they started. Hex, my token Nope, which has done wonderful. I'll send you some Solid X, some Scuba Steve. We launched Scuba Steve yesterday. Some voodoo balls.
I mean, he's legit offering and gonna put money literally in your wallet. Like, these are good quality tokens. I'm
probably gonna send you about $5,000 just to let you know.
I mean, wow,
that's how I roll. Every night on my live streams, I generally give away about $1,000 to $2,000 a night. So, as a fellow veteran, I'm going to give you that leg up. Something that no one ever gave to me. I'm going to hook you up.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I will, invest and put it back into the VETS Hackathon community. And the reason I brought up the 2014 to 2016 being the Goldilocks zone for investing was because I was working for a venture capital firm, and we had a bunch of interns that were just they couldn't concentrate on their work. They were just so heavily involved with what was going on with crypto, and we were just trying to learn from the interns. It was so crazy.
That was good times, man. And some of those people that they looked up to were my friends here in Panama. Ira Miller, and there's this guy named Eric Voorhees that a lot of people in crypto know. He started here in Panama, selling out of the bagel shop about 5 minutes from my house, selling Bitcoin. Him and Ira, and they launched a company called Coinapult that was sold for $30 million. And Eric went on and did his company, and now he's super famous in crypto. And a lot of it was seeded here, either New York City or here in Panama. And there's a guy named, look up Charlie Shrem. Look at the Charlie Shrem story. All the guys that work with Charlie Shrem were friends of mine when they all came to Panama. So it's a small world that back in that time, that between 2012 to 2014 or so. And then after that, crypto just blew up, and that's when we had that first time when the taxi drivers were talking about it, and it just went bonkers.
Right? Oh man. Hey, Will, how you doing, man?
Aloha, amigos. How's it going? I am doing well. I just finished up hanging out with my brother, so I just sent him off and on his merry way. So sorry I'm on late, but here I am, ready to rock and roll.
So you were with your brother wearing a pirate outfit?
Yes. So my brother and I were we were gallivanting.
And Jameel, so he's another devil dog as well, Jameel. So that explains that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Semper Fi Delis and all that. But we were gallivanting out in the woods, and so I figured it would be only appropriate if I was wearing my pirate hat out there. It was a good time.
I love it.
Hey guys, I hate to cut it off early for myself, but I do have a live stream 1 hour to launch voodoo balls. So
we'll be cutting over to catch some voodoo balls here in a little bit.
All right.
Remember, it's going to be on Naga's channel, not mine. So
all right.
Now you get some of that Will Stevenson alpha.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see you, Randy.
Jameel, make sure you get that address to Vets, and he'll get it to me, and I'll hook you up.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks,
Cheers.
Randy.
Thank you, brother.
Right.
Money in the bank. Shazam. Yeah, not a bad deal, man. You come on the show, you give us a spiel, you know, and
Come up.
Old Poppy Randy's like, here, let me sprinkle some dust into your account, get you going. Welcome to the Pulse chain, you know.
You gotta do more. You gotta do more of these, I guess.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Where's Fast Abdullah? We're talking bribes here, baby. It's bribes time.
Right? He's due to chime in here now that we said it, right?
Yep, we have summoned that Canadian. Where's he at?
All right, he'll pop in, I'm sure. Good old Mr. Stevenson here is part of a bigger, larger conglomerate of a group of other fine individuals and veterans as well, called the DGen Roundtable. I'll let him describe and elaborate a little more on what they got going on.
Yes. So aloha, Jameel. I'm Will. I am one of the networking guys for a podcast group called the DGen Roundtable. We go around and we interview people that have got projects coming out. We talk to founders of coins. We speak to folks who are like organizing meetups, just people in the cryptocurrency space that we think are interesting. We interview them, see what they got going on, and then just shoot the shit. We stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Wednesdays is more of a casual, either Whiskey Wednesday, where we're all drinking on stream and having fun interviewing community members, or we're talking to folks such as yourself who are running projects and things. Friday, we do a book club where we read the latest and coolest books and then give our thoughts and feelings about it. And then Sunday is more focused on like what are the news events, what's like the macroeconomic stuff going on in the US and in the world and everything, and how does it correlate to price action. And some of the dudes in there give a little bit sent to me reading stuff. But yeah, that's what the DGen Roundtable is. So you are the founder of Fall In, which is a hackathon. What is the elevator pitch that I can take back to my team and take back to my audience? I spread the link to this thing, and I'm gonna have to catch the rest of the show on the replay, gang. But what's a quick little tidbit that I could give for my audience, and then perhaps we'll have to set up like an interview or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a technical Shark Tank. So you come in, and then within 3 days, you build a prototype with your team. They're all veterans, your fellow veterans. It's probably something you miss from time and service is that competition element. And so, you come in 3 days and build something. You present in front of a panel of judges. You win prizes, and while you're doing that, you're leveling up. You're learning new technologies. You're learning how to collaborate with people remotely in this remote kind of first world that we're living in, or remote first type world that we're living in. So. Yeah, lots of benefits. You can come in and check out speakers and learn from workshops that we have going on around AI and how to break into tech and stuff like that.
Oh, so this is both like Zoom calls and streams, as well as like real life IRL stuff like meetups and like conferences and things. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a rich meetup. Like. It's not just like a Zoom call, but we actually meet inside a 3D spatial technology, metaverse type environment on the web. You don't have to download anything. There's nothing to like, no equipment. If you've got a headset, that's awesome. You don't need one. And you come in, you can, get formed into teams, go into your breakout room, start brainstorming ideas on what to build. For our hackathon that's coming up in May, the theme is around space and defense. So folks, you can imagine they're going to be kind of brainstorming on what to build around space. I was telling Jake, like, a viable idea could be like, there's a bunch of space debris that's out there. It would be cool to have like a UI that's tracking different debris. So it doesn't,
like space station.
It doesn't affect. Yeah, it doesn't hit a space station or satellites, other assets, stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, you know, after I got out of the Marine Corps, and you know, I did a series of career changes, but when I broke into tech, like hackathons were my shit. Like I loved, because there weren't any online hackathons when I was doing it. So I would have to like fly out somewhere, you know, travel somewhere and get into a room with like other developers. It starts to smell like after hour 10, and you know, and it was such a buzz. I mean, there's like you're drinking, you're like coding, you're like partying. It's such a fun time. Yeah, exactly.
A lot of bonding.
A lot of bonding. There you go. Yeah, that's what we'll call it.
Man, I'm checking out the website right now, fallen.today. This is pretty cool, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it's made on Webflow. Big fan of Webflow. It's like, if people don't know what Webflow is, it's like, I think people have heard of like Squarespace, or there's some other popular ones out there, but yeah. Big fan of Webflow, and yeah, we try to make everything about us as premier as possible. You know, we don't want to be that vet organization, and no offense to those that are out there with like a little less, I guess, focus on their presence online in terms of like what their homepage looks like. Like, you were in the Marine Corps, you know what MOL kind of looks like and feels like and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm constantly just thinking like, what are ways I can kind of separate myself from the pack, so it can so other veterans can gravitate towards it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to did you want to run them through just real sneak before? I know you got to take off here in about 10 minutes. Share that spatial. Let's just show them the spatial real quick.
Okay.
And,
let me pull it up.
Get through. So, Will, you guys, while he's doing that, you guys have been working on not diet, but athletic. Health and fitness.
We started a fitness sub program inside the DGen Roundtable centered on dieting and exercise. We've just recently learned how to change Telegram from being a like single communication thing to a topics thing. And it was actually, I was the one that was holding it up because I had our channel linked to another like broadcast channel. So as soon as I took that out of there, we were able to start a whole bunch of topics. So now we got like a memes channel, we got like an anime channel, we got a fitness channel, we've got all sorts of little subtopics in the DGen Roundtable community chat. And they have a sports channel, but the one that we've enjoyed the most so far is the fitness one. So we're basically encouraging all of our followers to like post their fitness wins and talk about like, hey, I'm on this, that, and the other diet. And then like the whole chat can kind of sort of out as like a giant accountability buddy. So like, hey bro, did you do your fucking 30 push-ups today or whatever the heck? And then, you know, everyone's like, nah, I didn't do it, or yeah, I did do it, bro. And then like, here's a video or whatever, you know. So
accountability.
Like,
I like that. Accountability.
Yeah, I need that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that we started it in so we have like a leadership discussions chat where we talk about like what are the decisions that we're looking to make in the near future. And then like Josh one day, like he made a new topic and it was like, hey, PT accountability, this is what I'm doing. And then every single day he posts his like what he did that day and posts his meal prep and all that stuff. And we're like, bro, this is a fantastic idea. So we all started as like the leadership community. We all started posting it, and then we liked it so much we're like, man, I bet the fucking community would like this shit. So we opened that up, and people are rolling with it, man. Everyone's talking about their fitness wins, and everyone's talking about their dieting stuff, and it's just like people are giving advice, and you know, it's just it's a super cool little like thing to see everyone getting like not only, you know, wealthy in their wallets and stuff with like the crypto things that we're working on, but also people are getting like, they're extending their life and being healthier, and like having all the wealth in the world doesn't mean shit if you start like going down the health drain, you know, like decreasing your lifespan. It's like all the money in the world doesn't mean anything if you're sitting in bed dying, you know, from like some sort of preventable disease. So what's up, Benny? Hell yeah, Benny Blanco from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy.
All right, bro. I know we're short on time. If you want to run Will through this.
Yeah. No, Will, that sounds super interesting. I'd love to learn more and even share with our community of veterans as well.
You see if I can drop the link, but continue.
Yeah. Yeah, I think accountability is
Look at
almost
that.
like it's everything.
Look at you. Nice. Yeah.
So there's like this little AI bot that we've got. I'm sharing my webcam up here, and I got a couple of videos that are playing in the background. This is just a demonstration of what you can do in a platform like this, and what you can expect at the hackathon. You can expect just different media, different audio, video. Like I said, we're having a DJ that's coming on board. We're doing like a scavenger hunt as well. So I'll post like different military emblems, and I'll kind of like hide them in like spaces where you can't find it. And people are going to be running around looking for it. But this is what I look like. You basically come in as a human avatar. I have the ability to sit down as well. I got my like Indian style lotus pose going on. And what's cool is like there's so many different environments that you can use. So for example, if I wanted to do a more like formal environment, I can change it to something that's more fitting for that. Typically, we like to do our demo days in here. Feels a little bit more formal. I could bring in different assets, images, videos, and kind of hang them up on the wall, different little images and icons, and bring in screens where you can actually share your screen, share your webcam, stuff like that. But there's some really cool environments. There's like a really nice space environment that they just came out with. So let me take you guys there. So you can imagine when there's a bunch of people here using spatial technology. So people that are close to you, they can hear you. People further away, they won't be able to hear you. And having like a private audio zone helps a lot too. But this is like in a nutshell what it is. And those are my old assets from the previous room. So if I were to go back to my previous room, they'll be there as like indefinitely. And then let me show you some other rooms as well. Like this is a really good competition room that we typically use. It's got a bunch of different offices. Kind of treat them as breakout rooms, but once you step into that blue square, it becomes a private audio zone. So no one outside of this little green squares, they're not gonna be able to hear you. So
very cool.
I think it's gonna be pretty rad when we do it on the 17th. Like we have this retired Marine general that's gonna be attending.
Yeah, I see that.
I never thought like a retired general would be stepping into like a metaverse sort of environment. So pretty.
It's like Brigadier General Michael Leonard.
That's right.
Leonard.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That is so cool, man.
Yeah. And I got your Degenerate Roundtable as well, so that's
yes,
sweet.
That's the Telegram channel.
Perfect.
Very good, very good. Very cool, man. Thanks for sharing that again. Appreciate it. That is I'm blown away, man. For a one-man show, you're doing a hell of a job. How many years consecutively has this been going now?
Yeah, since 2020, so that's when we started it. And we're going on like 4 years now. So,
very cool. Congratulations.
First one
brother.
was,
that's really cool.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Yeah. I had no idea what it would turn into or who would show up. I think I started with like an Eventbrite page for our registration, thinking like, literally, I didn't think anyone would sign up. And now we have a bunch of people. We've got teams already formed up, and we're like 3 weeks in advance. So it's like, that saying where it's like you got to be 15 minutes prior. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you want to kill that spatial, get the bandwidth back.
Yes.
Drop that screen down real quick, and we'll close you out. For all the kids at home, where can they find you? I've been promoting the @FallIn on X. Any other?
No, I think X is the best spot. It's one of my favorite social platforms. I I treat it as like a university, really, instead of like a social network. I learn a lot from that platform. You'll see a lot of our previous speakers in the form of social, like short form clips that are on, you know, TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that, YouTube Shorts. But yeah, I think we're pretty much on all the major social channels. Yeah, at Fall In or at Fall In Vets. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Well, awesome. Great demonstration. I'm sure you'll connect and be in touch with Will and the team over there and get you some more FaceTime and help promote the project out to the world, because there's a lot of like-minded individuals, I think, that might be wanting to join the hackathon, because that's the kind of people they are. They like that kind of stuff. So this is right up a lot of people's alleys. So thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on. It was really fun. I'd love to come back on and learn about more what you guys are up to. And I think as I continue to do more of these hackathons, I'm sure we'll have these overlapping sort of collaboration sessions as well. So yeah, appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, most definitely. All righty,
good.
people.
Wait.
Yeah.
Will,
Yeah.
Was what?
Ask him.
What was your MOS in the Marine
Oh,
Corps?
bro. I was a red patcher. Oh, no, you can't see the tattoo.
Oh, nice.
I was a fucking
You
red
got a
patcher.
tattoo.
Oh, yeah, there it is. It's fucking red patcher, bro. All day long.
You got a tattoo
0481.
of the
Planning
back.
support.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So,
That's cool, man.
you missed it earlier, Will. So he was he's an infantry guy, part of the fast group down in Cuba.
Oh, you
And,
lucky
dude,
motherfucker.
Yeah, and
lucky.
he's also a Westpac. Like, he's a pumper. So he was on the 13th MU. Like,
Hell
I was
yeah.
on 13.
Yep.
What were you on?
I was on the 22nd MU back in 2016, Operation Odyssey Lightning. But yeah. When were you in, Jameel?
07 to 2012.
Okay, shit, dude. I joined in August of 11. I went to boot camp August of 11. So I just got out back in 2019. But yeah, good shit,
So
bro.
you
Good.
just got out not too long ago. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
I'm sure we could talk about this for a while.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't want to take up
video
too
of
much of your time, bro, but that's fucking kick ass. I'm so jealous of the fast guys, man. That is absolutely awesome.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. Well, cool
no
beans.
doubt.
Well,
Cool,
it was great to meet you, bro. I've got your contact info. You are Jameel. How do you say your last name again? Jameel Martin?
Matton.
Oh, Matton.
Matton.
Okay.
Yeah, no R. Yeah.
Jameel Matton, Vetsin Crypto introduced me. You're on Twitter at fall_in_vets, and your website is www.fallin.today. Excellent. I got you saved in my spreadsheet, bro. My spreadsheet, Amigos with Tools. So sweet. That is too
I'm
cool,
on the
man.
list.
Yeah, so I will send you a message on Twitter. What's the best way to reach you? Is it Twitter or Telegram or something of that
Twitter,
nature?
probably.
Twitter?
Yeah,
Okay.
Twitter's probably the best way.
Cool. I will write that down as well. Excellent. Alrighty.
Right on, guys.
Cool, kids.
Cool.
I'm gonna play a little video, and if you guys got to run, do your things. But open invitation, Jameel. We'll catch back up and circle back and stay in touch throughout life. So good to have you, brother. Semper Fi.
Absolutely, man. Kill.
All right, let's see if we can make this happen here. Little motivation, send us out. If I can make this happen. Come on.
Start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact
Man,
that the little
this is
things in
pretty
life
cool.
matter. If you can't do the little things right,
I'm gonna figure
you'll
this
never be
shit
able
out.
to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. To pass SEAL training, there are a series of long swims that must be completed. One is the night swim. Before the swim, the instructors joyfully brief the students on all the species of sharks that inhabit the waters off San Clemente. They assure you, however, that no student has ever been eaten by a shark, at least not that they can remember. But you are also taught that if a shark begins to circle your position, stand your ground. Do not swim away. Do not act afraid. And if the shark, hungry for a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summons up all your strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. There are a lot of sharks in the world. If you hope to complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks. Over a few weeks of difficult training, my SEAL class, which started with 150 men, was down to just 42. There were now 6 boat crews of 7 men each. I was in the boat with the tall guys, but the best boat crew we had was made up of the little guys, the Munchkin crew, we called them. No one was over 5'5". The Munchkin boat crew had 1 American Indian, 1 African American, 1 Polish American, 1 Greek American, 1 Italian American, and 2 tough kids from the Midwest. They out-paddled, outran, and outswam all the other boat crews. The big men in the other boat crews would always make good-natured fun of the tiny little flippers the Munchkins put on their tiny little feet prior to every swim. But somehow these little guys from every corner of the nation and the world always had the last laugh, swimming faster than everyone and reaching the shore long before the rest of us. SEAL training was a great equalizer. Nothing mattered but your will to succeed, not your color, not your ethnic background, not your education, not your social status. If you want to change the world, measure a person by the size of their heart, not by the size of their flippers. The 9th week of training is referred to as Hell Week. It is 6 days of no sleep, constant physical and mental harassment, and 1 special day at the Mud Flats. The Mud Flats are an area between San Diego and Tijuana where the water runs off and creates the Tijuana Sloughs, a swampy patch of terrain where the mud will engulf you. It is on Wednesday of Hell Week that you paddle down in the mud flats and spend the next 15 hours trying to survive the freezing cold, the howling wind, and the incessant pressure to quit from the instructors. As the sun began to set that Wednesday evening, my training class, having committed some egregious infraction of the rules, was ordered into the mud. The mud consumed each man until there was nothing visible but our heads. The instructors told us we could leave the mud if only 5 men would quit. Only 5 men, just 5 men, and we could get out of the oppressive cold. Looking around the mud flat, it was apparent that some students were about to give up. It was still over 8 hours till the sun came up. 8 more hours of bone-chilling cold. The chattering teeth and the shivering moans of the trainees were so loud, it was hard to hear anything. And then one voice began to echo through the night. One voice raised in song. The song was terribly out of tune, but sung with great enthusiasm. One voice became 2, and 2 became 3, and before long, everyone in the class was singing. The instructors threatened us with more time in the mud if we kept up the singing, but the singing persisted. And somehow the mud seemed a little warmer, and the wind a little tamer, and the dawn not so far away. If I have learned anything in my time traveling the world, it is the power of hope. The power of one person, a Washington, a Lincoln, King, Mandela, and even a young girl from Pakistan, Malala. One person can change the world by giving people hope. So if you want to change the world, start each day with a task completed. Find someone to help you through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never, ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better.